Hello and welcome to Smaulgld Shanghai Gold Exchange Withdrawal Update for the month of October 2017. Shanghai Gold Exchange is headed towards its third best year ever. So despite all the talk about low gold demand, Shanghai Gold Exchange is having a fairly good year. Shanghai Gold Exchange withdrawals through October are at 1,656 tons. Keep in mind that global gold annual mining production is only about 2,000 tons. Shanghai Gold Exchange withdrawals, however, fell 29% in October to 151 tons, but that was down from 214 tons in September. Shanghai Gold Exchange October withdrawals were also down slightly from last year's 153.252 tons in 2016 October. However, through October 2017, gold withdrawals were at the third highest level compared to prior years through October. And we're going to take a look at some charts where you can see that. Also, here's an advertisement if you want to get a digital a hardware wallet to store your digital assets. That's an offer from the Bitcoin store. You can buy a Treasure or a Ledger Nano S, and Smaulgld gets a small commission when you do buy one of those. It's a way of getting your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin off of the exchanges and hold them in a hardware wallet. Reduces your risk of theft. Now, if you're interested in Chinese gold or silver, you can buy that through BGSC, Golden Eagle Coins, SD Bullion, Money Metals Exchange. These are affiliate links that if you click on, you visit the sites, you pay no more, no less than if you visited them directly. But again, you do help out Smaulgld. So if you're interested in these Chinese pandas, they have them in gold and silver, check them out. They're interesting in that they are 30 grams and not 1 ounce, both the gold and silver coins, but they are minted in limited quantities, and that's worldwide, and not many of them make their way to the United States. There's a bit of a premium on them, but this panda changes each year. So they put a different panda on the cover. The back stays the same. All right, so what's interesting also is I get a lot of comments about people saying that the mints are lying about the gold demand. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't see anyone buying anything on the U.S. Mint site when I look at those numbers and report on them. But also, I've seen a dramatic drop-off, and I've checked this with other people who operate sites, in people actually buying gold and silver. So a lot of people are saying that can't be true, the demand is still there. From my side, I'll tell you, it's not. I've gotten in the last 4 months maybe 2 or 3 orders. There are not much gold or silver being bought at the retail level in the United States. Not just because of my site, because I've spoken to dealers, I've spoken to other website operators. There's just not a lot of gold or silver being sold, which is surprising because I see a tremendous amount of Bitcoin bashing. Don't buy Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin. Okay, they say buy gold. Well, most people don't seem to be buying gold or silver themselves, and I can see it through my own site. All right, well, let's go back to the Shanghai Gold Exchange. You can see they don't have any issues with gold demand at all. There's the monthly withdrawals. You can see ever since end of 2013, gold withdrawals have been fairly robust throughout. And if you look here, as far as October's go, October 2017 was about the same as October 2016, and it was basically the 4th highest month, or 3rd if you count these as equal. So no fall off whatsoever in China for gold demand. Now, we do have the fall off at the People's Bank of China, but that's the national central bank, and they haven't added gold to the reserves in a year. But again, that doesn't mean there's not gold flowing into China. There's not a robust trade on the Shanghai Gold Exchange. By the way, this is the gold. This is going nowhere. This isn't going to go back any gold back yuan or be exchangeable for oil producers. Just my point of view. The reason I say that is there's been no announcement that they're going to do that other than the story in the Nikkei Asian Review that everybody repeats. But until China announces that, and this isn't some Sun Tzu, they're not going to announce it. They're just going to do it. I don't think that's going to happen. But also, keep in mind that the Shanghai Gold Exchange is a chart I made a few years ago, back in 2014. The Shanghai Gold Exchange is actually a physical delivery of gold exchange versus the COMEX, which trades far more notional amount of gold, but that's digital or paper gold. And basically in 2014, they hardly delivered any gold to people who wanted it, but Shanghai Gold Exchange, just in 2 weeks, will deliver more than they do in the COMEX. However, that gold can't leave the country. So basically, you're looking at Chinese participants or people who have accounts in China trading on the Shanghai Gold Exchange. So they can't take delivery and then take off with the gold. That's also because China has capital controls anyway. They don't allow anything. They don't want anything to leave the country. And gold, why not? That's a very valuable asset. Here's a longer term chart from 2014 to 2016. And you can see that the COMEX doesn't deliver much gold. Again, people on COMEX, they're there for the price exposure. They're not there to stand for delivery and crash the COMEX or all this other nonsense you hear. It's set up to be a futures exchange. It's set up to be a place where traders are going to get exposure to price, and that's all they want. If they wanted gold, they'd go out and buy it. They don't buy it on a futures. Also, the bulk of the trading there is also the commercials. They're basically the large banks, and you can easily speculate that they're there just to keep the price in line, and they're just trading to each other, and that's why you don't get the volatility. One bank sells a lot, the other bank buys a lot, and it all stays in line. It happens in the silver market too. Now, by the way, if you want to donate, I know you want to. If you want to donate to Smaulgld, you can do so via PayPal, Bitcoin, or Litecoin. Or what I'd like, I think we're up to 12 patrons now. You can donate via becoming a patron by clicking on the link. Or there's also links below to all the offers, the gold and silver offers, the how to donate below this BitChute, below this VidMe, below this YouTube, but also on the Smaulgld site. Now here's where we are, excuse me, through October 2017, and you can see we're at the third highest level of any year since the Shanghai Gold Exchange started. 2015 was a record year of 2,100, no, it was a record year. They had 2,500, 2,600 tons in the entire year, but through October they had 2,165, and so far this year, Shanghai Gold Exchange has 1,656, which is better than 2016, better than 2014, all the other years other than 2015 and 2013. If you look at another chart, we can see the full year. So it looks like 2017 will beat last year, 2016, probably surpass that total in November. And then the issue is whether it can keep the pace up that it's on right now. It's barely ahead of 2014, and there's an outside chance, but I doubt it, that we might crack into second place. It would really take, it would take a couple of 240, 250, you'd have to get over 260, 270 to come close to 2013. But it looks like it's a very good shot. It's in third place right now to finish as the third best year. And that about does it. So, yep, we will talk to you later in the week. We've got a lot more coming up. We'll have the U.S. Treasury report. We'll have Russian gold reserves coming up, and a few extra special reports on gold and silver. Thank you very much for listening.